So I want to go ahead and take a break from talking about drones a little bit to talk about some filmmaking equipment you may need if you were starting, let's say, a real estate, videography business, or if you're going to be making YouTube videos. Some of the stuff is really expensive, but one thing that could make or break video specifically is good lighting. Now I'm using a Godox SL60W, which it's pretty much a budget light and it's a ripoff of the Aperture, but it's about 175 bucks. But you can go even cheaper, and there's a lot of cheap lights out there. But a company by the name of Momen reached out to me and asked if I wanted to take a look at one of their photography fill lights. And initially, I usually rub companies off like this. I'm just like, I don't want to look at it. But when they sent me a photo of this light, I was like, oh, heck yeah, I'll take a look at that. So they went ahead and sent it, and I'm just gonna kill my key light. And this is the light, and literally it's about the size of my hands. Stick around, this is going to be a cool one. What's up? Welcome back, everybody. My name is Original Dobo, and on my channel, I do drone and tech related content. So if that's at all interesting, you may wanna go ahead, hit that subscribe button before you leave this video. So Momen did go ahead and reach out to me, and they sent me over this light right here. Now, there's no really specific name for it. It's just called the LED video light. There's a serial number on the back of it, but its name on Amazon is called the Moman Photography Fill Light. And it's a very well-built light. I'm actually really impressed with it due to the price. So it's super thin. It almost feels like a wide cell phone in your hand. It's made out of all aluminum, comes in two different colors. It either comes in this red color or it comes in black. It also has a tripod mount at the bottom, and they also give you a cold shoe mount so you can put it on top of your camera. And that's pretty much how I'm going to be using it when I do my houses. It is by LED, and it has a temperature anywhere from 3,300 all the way up to 5,700 Kelvin, which is pretty interesting for a light this size. Now you can get anywhere from 1 hour's worth of battery life out of this all the way up to 3 hours. It does take about 3 hours for this to charge from 0% to 100, so bear that in mind. But it's incredibly well built, and it's just super small and compact, and it's not crazy heavy, but it's really nice. And probably one of the biggest things, and it's sort of trivial, but I do like the fact that it does come with a USB-C charging port. It's really hard to find a device that is 50 bucks with a charging port like that. On the back side, there is an OLED panel that tells you your battery percentage, and it also tells you your percentage of remaining battery life as you increase the brightness, which I thought is pretty cool. Now, when I started out this video, I just had the light at 30% brightness, just to give you an idea. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this light back on here, face it away from the camera, and I'm gonna crank the brightness all the way up to 100%. Actually, I don't even think we need to go that high. Let's crank it up to, we'll go 75%. That seems like a good number. And I have it facing me right now. I'm gonna go ahead and kill this key light, and there we go. So this is at 70% brightness, and you can see this could easily be a key light. Obviously, you wanna keep it a little bit closer, but let me go ahead. Wow, it's really bright. I'm gonna increase the brightness a little bit more. Let's go 90%. This is 90% brightness. And you can see it's almost totally replaced my key light now at this point. Now this, at this brightness, will last me just about an hour, a little more than an hour's worth of work. And another cool thing about this is you can charge it as it's actually on with a micro USB-C port. So if I want to connect a battery pack or something like that to this, I can definitely do this. But this is plenty bright, I think, for many creatives out there. The thing I'm gonna use this for mostly is going to be my real estate walkthroughs. Oh, I gotta turn the light back on here. I'm gonna be using it for my real estate walkthroughs because I like to keep a light directly on top of my camera, but I also don't want to affect the balance of my gimbal. And I think this one will be able to do that without really, affecting the center of gravity of my camera as it's on the gimbal. There are certain times when I'm walking in a bathroom or something, I need to balance out the light because you may have a crazy incandescent bulb, and sometimes a daylight bulb will help sort of balance that and just makes it look better in post going room to room. It's just sort of a natural way that I like to transition from rooms, and I think this will definitely get the job done. The other thing is I honestly will probably use this as a fill light. I'm missing just a little bit of light on this side here, so I'm thinking at like 20%, I can set this off to here, totally out of camera frame, and I'll be able to match the Kelvin value of my Godox light and sort of fill this little bit of shadow that I have right here. So pretty solid for 50 bucks. I'm really impressed. I've spent more on worse, and I think that's sort of shocking, but I'm really glad they reached out to me, because usually anytime I get a company that, you know, is like, hey, do you want to look at this? I turned them down. So I'm sort of glad I didn't. So I didn't pay for this light, but I would totally buy this because everybody asks me, you know, what type of lights you use. Now this is what's behind me as I'm doing this. This is the Great Video Maker light, and you can see the size difference. Now this is this is obviously an RGB light, but this light right here was 60 bucks, and it dies so freaking fast, and it doesn't have an indicator or a readout on it, which sort of makes it hard. Now, if Momen makes one of these with a RGB light on there, that would be amazing. I'll take like 6 of them to light up this back wall. But yeah, anyways, if you guys want to see more videos about what I use in my office as I'm creating these, you know, talking headshots, I guess, let me know in the comment section below, but I'll be sure to include a link down the bottom for this light. I think it's pretty cool, definitely worth the money, and very, very futuristic. So anyways, that's gonna do it for today's video. If you like what you saw today, definitely drop it a like, share the video with somebody looking for, you know, sort of a travel light, I guess. And as always, stay original. Let me turn that back on. Let's see. That is crazy. That's bright. I don't know, what do you guys think?